Jack here, and I just got back from the library book sale, a local library here in Antelope Valley, Little Rock actually, and I'm all about books. As you can see, I have a lot of books in my home. As a matter of fact, I have more books I think than they did in the high school library, but that's okay. I want to recycle books. That's what this video is about, and the premise is helping kids, again, feel good about themselves and getting books in their schools or in their classrooms. And I was amazed actually online. I found a website that lists teachers requesting all kinds of books, either specific titles or just books in general to fill up their classroom libraries. As a matter of fact, at the book sale today, I asked a lady, she was buying all the books of kids' books, and I said, are you a teacher? Are these going into your school? And she said, yeah, into my classroom actually. And she bought 4 boxes. Actually, I think she bought more than that, but they were giving them to her for $4 a box. So I'm curious why there aren't enough books for schools that teachers have to ask for them. I don't understand why the state doesn't have enough money to pay for as many books as every teacher or every school district needs, but I guess that's something else I can look into. So I think what I'm going to do is email certainly the library here, and the one I went to last week in West Covina. I asked the lady running the book sale, it was the Friends of the Library, it was putting on the book sale, and she wasn't aware of the websites that I was talking about, so I couldn't remember off the top of my head. So I'll look it up and I'll send it to her, and I'll provide a link here in a slide with a QR code that you can check that website too. So I bought 2 bags of books today, you know, shopping bags like this one, and this one I filled up too. And the guy in the beginning, I asked how much the books were, and he said, oh, $1 each maybe. And I said, okay, and I didn't keep track, and I just started shopping. And then when I filled up my 2 bags and I got to the end there, she said, so, is this 2 bags of books? Then I said, yeah, whatever, thinking she might want me to take them out and add them up. And she said, okay, that'll be $6. So I got, I don't know how many books here, for $6. And there's just a couple in here that I might keep for myself. Here's one on Venice, Italy, a new history. It might be historical fiction. I got one on Roots, Alex Haley. Kids should read that if they haven't seen this TV series. The Smoke at Dawn, a novel of the Civil War. I enjoyed that before I nail it off. Here's James A. Michener's novel about Mexico. And then I got a couple, I call them kids books. I could be anybody younger than myself, but usually middle school, high school, secondary school, college age. Well, I'm just going to send these books to the teacher, and if they're inappropriate, they might be able to walk them down the hall to another classroom. This one's all about birds, and this is Cirque du Soleil, one of their programs in detail. Here's one on reptiles. I know some kids like to know all about snakes, not me, but look at this one here I bought at a library book sale maybe a year ago, and it's old, it's 16 years old, but look at all these maps in here. This cost $1. Of course, to get that to a school, I'd have to mail it. So I would encourage you to mail by media mail, and usually that's a lot less expensive than regular mail. And I guess I want to encourage everybody to send a book, one book or two books or three books, just once. If we can all send as many books as we can afford or have laying around. I've got some here that I had I'm going to send because I've already got a set of Dean Koontz's Brother Odd series. There's 4 here, and I really liked the character in this in these novels. He had superpowers. He could see the dead, and he communicated with them, and they helped him solve crimes and other things. So these are fun, and I'll send those. And I bought last week, I got 7 books at West Covina for $7. Here's Guitar for Dummies, the official SAT study guide, and the Practical Encyclopedia of Magic. Who wouldn't like that? Anyway, and here's 2 on the National Air and Space Museum, big books for $1. So what I may have to do is send, like a box a week, couple, 3, 4 books every week, and maybe the kids then will have something to look forward to, because I think it's also important to feel some satisfaction from whatever you're doing. And if you just buy a book and mail it off, well, you may never know if it has an effect or where it goes or if it helps. And the whole point is to try to help these kids have books at their disposal, whether they read them all or not, and they just look at them. I read a lot of these books, but I just like the feel of books around me. I like libraries. I like everything, the accessibility of everything here, and I'll go and pull out a book and look at it and maybe decide to read it later. But if we can help kids have more resources to feel better about themselves and get better grades, that's gotta help in some way. And so I encourage you to buy a book, read it, and mail it to a school library near you. I'll also provide a link here for the, I mentioned the websites where the teachers are asking for specific titles, but the schools in your neighborhood, you might be able to make contact to the librarian and take them there yourself without having to go to the library and spend money that way. But either way, I just think it would be a kick in the pants. I mean, when I was in school, if I had all these books sent and new books coming in all the time, I think the problem when I was in high school, I didn't read much in high school. College I did. I liked historical fiction. I liked multiple volumes, and one time I remember reading like volume 3, and at the end of the volume there was this family with my surname, leaving. They were moving away from the South, I think, and going to Bermuda to avoid the Revolutionary War, the Civil War. But anyway, I just thought, wow, that's me somehow there. Even though it was fiction, it could have been based on a real family, I don't know, but it just made me feel closer to that part of history. The thing I'm going to do next here before I wind up this part of the video is I'm going to wash all these down with warm soapy water and a paper towel, just so that they go out clean, and the kids don't have to worry about any germs or dirt. These are pretty dusty. They've been sitting in a storage unit evidently in Little Rock. But I got lots of, here's one of my favorite books, The Letter Q, Queer Writers' Notes to Their Younger Selves. And adults wrote letters to their teenage selves and told them what to look forward to or not to be afraid of, and it was just all kinds of good stuff in here. I really recommend that book. And a couple more here. The Lost Bank, the story of the biggest bank failure in American history. So there's history and novels, and here's one on James Madison and Nielsen, the life of a singer-songwriter. Wyatt Earp, look at this one here. So I don't know how many books I got here for $6, but it was certainly less than $1 each, and maybe just a quarter each. I don't know. That's what the guy told me at the start. But anyway, either way, it's a great deal. So I'll wash these up and separate them into groups of a few books each, and maybe go every Monday to the post office and mail off a package to the school of my choice, or I might just deliver the whole bunch to the local school library. I'll see if they're on the list maybe. But anyway, all right, that's it for now. So do what you can, keep it clean, keep it green, read a book, and then donate it to somebody in need, school library nearby. Okay? Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye.